That's how it is. Oh man. Oh wait, are we like?
Baby, you know how we do it.
Let's
you know
go.
how we do it. It's your boy Kane, Crimson Brothers Network. It's the uncomfortable truth.
Roger that, and you know it's Mitch right here. Let's go.
We got some topics. Let's get it down. Right now. But however,
I want that music to drop. We gotta get the people what they want.
Hey, maybe we get, it's the first time, so we gotta see what's going on.
Yeah,
it may be in the background. Maybe some things are moving slowly, but we'll get it together. What's up? What's up? We here. We here. Go. Guarantee, bro. Hey, we got to start us off because we've been putting out videos. Some of them are hidden, some of them are not hidden. We got. I mean, it's been all over the place, and we're gonna definitely check this out. You know what I mean? We're gonna do this live thing. See who join us. See who and maybe they'll watch it later if they don't got the time or whatever. But we're just kind of doing our little thing for this time. So,
and I want to get other people. I want to get other people's opinions on different things. So please type it in the chat. Say whatever's on your mind about the content or whatever, because we here to grow, to learn, and then get different opinions. That's
for
all.
For sure. But yeah, man. Even if you want to come on, we'll put a email address where you can email us, and then we'll give you the information to the link and all that other stuff, so we can go ahead and get you on board and everything. So which is good.
Yeah.
And because I like the different perspectives. See, there it is right there. Questions for Crimson Brothers at gmail.com. So if you got any questions, if you want to be on the live,
yes,
come on, check us out. I'm pretty sure a lot of guys are probably up against me or whatever, but hey, I'm here. We can talk.
It's a lot of Canaanites out there, but one big thing I'll say that he says a lot, and I'm down for this right here. We don't want everybody thinking inside that box. You got to get outside that box, and that is for real.
Dude,
for real.
This, bro. You know this. And that's what I'm talking about, man. It's just everybody's, a lot of times when people think about different issues or whatever, or they hear these different issues and they'll stay whatever the media says, they'll never think outside of that box. Even if you getting information from somebody, think outside the box sometimes,
Yes. We don't
That's
know
how I look at it.
We don't all have to be in that line, everybody next. Next. No, we don't have to do that.
Guaranteed. So, I mean, there's some hot topics that have been out there. Just different things that they have or whatever that's in the media or whatever. But I think we can talk about. You guys, I'm pretty sure you've seen the memes.
Come on.
I'm pretty sure you've seen the memes. I'm pretty sure you've been on TikTok and maybe even on YouTube and Facebook, Instagram. All these memes about this brawl that happened last weekend in Montgomery. You know what? Do you want to just start with the video and then we can kind of just talk about it, or what you want to say?
Before we start with the video, hey, just want to tell y'all we'll send you a link to join the show. If you want to join the show, that we will send you a link. Okay, that'll be for later, and so it's not just for submitting questions. Okay,
questions are just chatting. They can chat.
Yeah, they can chat. All right,
they can chat the questions. But it's as far as in if you want to come on, we'll send you the link to email us. Just email us and we'll send you the link, and then we're good to go. Guaranteed.
So you said we got to talk about what happened in the great state. The great state of Alabama. Okay. Shout out to my Roll Tide fans. And since I'm being impartial, I will say I'm going against my creed. Shout out to Auburn too. Okay, roger that, because it's all in the state of Alabama. But thank you. The editor has one time been with me. Okay, but anyway, family, what happened with the brawl? So, do we want to go to the video right now?
Yeah, let's do it. Let's do it.
Let's
play it,
and
then we'll talk about it. Let's do it. I don't know if we got any sound here, but yeah, you can see the security guard and the guy kind of going back and forth.
Yeah.
So, I mean, looks like, I mean, he's just kind of directing them and letting them know about his boat that's in the way from this big, see that? Look at that. That's ridiculous, man.
From the heritage, yes.
Look at that. See that? Now, you see how, the white guy, he did start that.
Yes.
I mean, he lunged at him, pushed him. And then, look, reinforcements are coming down to help the other guy.
We see it.
That's wild. All right, now we got somebody that's coming in to try to.
And you see what he's trying to do, though.
Yeah, he's trying to separate everything. He's trying to push people back. Hey, man. Hey,
break it up.
Yeah. And that's what needs to happen. I'm telling you, look at this. And look, somebody jump out the boat, swimming towards.
Yes.
Now, right here, I don't think there's a threat anymore. But he's coming back.
Yes.
That's them two again. But there's no threat anymore, right?
No threat.
Yeah. So, but he's following them. Is that what he's doing?
Right.
Okay.
Because can we pause it? Look, we'll break a lot of different things down, because I know a lot of people have seen a lot of different outtakes and everything with this video. Okay, I'll start off with we broke it down. The guy, we know who started it. Okay. And the guy started beating him down. Yes, started all of that. Sure. Then the brother came. He tried to separate, just get everybody off.
Yep.
But hitting on when you saw the gentleman, the young man, jump off the boat. He's in the water, swimming across. Now, found out that this young man is 16 years old. We all know that now. Being labeled as a hero. That is something, I'll say, historic in the fact that he saw somebody getting jumped on and he started to do something about it. Would you have enough bravery within yourself to do that type of act? He did that as a young man.
Yeah.
As a young man. That says volumes right there. So I say kudos to the young man.
Yeah, right. And same thing for the guy that came down the little passageway and he was just kind of separating people. You know what I'm saying? Like when he was separating, that's what you want to do. I mean, you don't definitely want to jump in the middle of it or whatever, but you want to separate the people because they acting ignorant. Because the guy that started it, was he like drunk? Is that what it was?
Well, on that right there, as far as alcohol could have played a factor. I don't know if they've released that information, so we can't say that or whatever.
Okay.
But one thing that you done hit on, and people, we done talked about this in previous videos, is allowing those words to dictate your behavior. Because we all grown, but allowing those words to dictate your behavior. What are you going to do? Okay. Now, you just mentioned that the threat was over, but he continued to follow, because I'm a grown man. You done push me, you done hit on me and all that stuff. It is time for some get back. And family, congregation, get back mean I'm gonna do something about this. I gotta handle this right here.
Yeah,
you got thoughts?
Yeah, definitely. Looks like Cassandra's in there. She's saying hello. Well,
okay.
Hey, what's going on, Miss Coates?
all right.
So look, famous day. Definitely, that brawl was crazy. It's ridiculous.
Yeah.
Now, all right. So you said the dude, he was brave. Both of those guys were brave. The threat is gone. Do you agree or disagree?
I agree that the threat is gone. The threat is gone.
Everything's separated. They got them or whatever, and now it's all separated. So you want to continue the video? Let's continue the video.
Yeah, let's
and we
go.
kind of see what happens. 14 of Goins. Let's call it what it is.
Let's call it what it is.
Oh, it's coming.
Let's go with that video.
Yeah, let's go ahead and play the rest of that video. A little bit more of it. Okay, so now these are people that are fighting that wasn't initially in it, right?
Right.
Yeah. So it's just starting something else because the security guard is down the other direction, right?
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
Should be, yes.
Yeah. So it's just throwing folks. Oh my goodness.
Yeah. And sometimes people, family, congregation, we'll ask questions. Okay. This is a touchy subject matter right here on what's going on. But I tell you this, while we're watching this, we all know what's right is right and what's wrong is wrong.
Of course.
Yes, because they all wrong.
Look, hands down, we know who started it all,
yes,
or whatever, and we see other people that joined, but they're not even part of the initial guy. So it looks like they're trying to hold them back.
Yeah,
and it looks like this video is actually coming from the actual boat, right?
Yes,
that's supposed to be docking. So there's more to it, because I noticed that when it docked, more people got off.
They came off, and they was ready.
It was already done though.
Yeah. It was done, but they came off.
Done. It was over.
They was on the boat. Yes.
So if it was over, and they came out there to call something, especially, I wish we had the video, because in the video, the other part of the video, when they get off, the guys are yelling at the people on the boat, and then they cold cocked them.
Yeah, they rushed them.
They go back. They go back and forth
because of it. We can try to get in the mind frames of them, but because of what I seen, and then I go back, and I know you don't like going back to the history of things.
All right,
because you done heard a lot of.
I get you. Yes, go ahead, bro. Go ahead.
You go back to the history of things. Yeah. When you see that person, that brother, getting jumped by the white males. Well, the white individuals, because females seemed like she was pulling off. I don't know if she got a couple of licks in or not. Well, we saw the young man, the heroic young man, jump off in the water. He said, "I'm getting over there to help." Okay.
Yeah.
I believe co-worker or something like that. But the other people, maybe they couldn't swim. But man, I got to get over there. It was over with. But those feelings, all of that, and now we go into feelings, right? Everything we done talked about, we kind of touching on. Those feelings, those emotions done built up. It's over with those guys on the boat now. But I'm going because of what I seen. I'm not going to allow it to happen. And then they started that part. And they wanted to get that get back. Your thoughts?
Okay, so I get it. Does this happen often? Or is it just because all right, so do you think, tell me this. Do you think that this was race related from the beginning?
Well, Kane, I will say this right here. We all see family, congregation. You can type up, put in the comments. I want to know your thoughts too. Okay. With the gentleman, what color was he? Black. The other person was white. We all see that and know that. Okay. Would he have responded? I can't answer for his mind. But what I think
because of race. Did it start because of race?
Who knows, Kane? We can only assume. Family and congregation, we can only assume, okay? But the simple fact, okay, that those white guys was beating up that black male.
Yeah.
What the optics say? What does the optics say? Okay, then I'm jumping off the boat. The young man, when that boat docks, we all riding because we're not going to let this happen. And that's what it is. Yeah. So race could have played a factor, yes, in this.
So race became a factor when he was getting jumped. But before then,
nothing was going on.
Tell you after something. Yeah. Okay. All right. So race plays a factor. So you see a white person a white person jumping, or a white group jump this guy or whatever, you come to the rescue, right?
That's what happened.
Black people, we come to the rescue, right?
I know where you're going.
All the time. You know where I'm going.
I know where you're going.
Does this happen? Does this happen all the time?
No, I haven't seen that.
A defenseless guy that's getting
defenseless
jumped.
Black guy.
Yes, he's black.
Okay. Yes,
but he's defenseless. Do we always come to the rescue? Are we looking at just because it's a white black thing, or are we looking at it just because it's a defenseless guy that's getting jumped and somebody needs to go ahead and separate?
Well, and I see what you got there, Goins. We're gonna assume the young white man yelled racial slurs. That's totally different, right there.
Yeah. We can assume it.
We can assume it.
Yeah.
Yes, if we heard that, they still gonna ride. But I know where you're going. Congregation and family. Y'all know he a Canaanite. I know his mind a little bit because we play chess. Okay, so where he's want to go, but he didn't say it. Okay, shout out to the editor. Okay,
that's the booze for me. The booze for me.
No, it was for me 100%. But look, seriously. What Kane is going to allude to and just tell you into is, okay, the same instance. If it was two black guys fighting two black guys, would everybody run in? And the answer is probably not.
Why not?
No. Maybe to just break up the whole thing, but it's not going to be a melee. No.
Why not?
It's not.
Why not though? I mean, if this older gentleman is getting beat up by a group of people, no matter if they were white or whatever, would the guy jump off the boat and do that same thing? Would they dock and then still,
well,
would that still happen?
Well, I'm
just asking. This is a question.
I would say this, Kane. Only with the young man probably would have still jumped off because that was his co-worker. It is an older gentleman, so he might have jumped off still. Now, what we see I would say in the black community, if it's a more majority of black people fighting each other, and congregation family, you stay with me on this because it's uncomfortable truth. We see a bunch of black individuals fighting. Usually the phones come out, it's recording. They might not even call 911 to see if somebody needs assistance. No, it's recording, and then you running because it might be some gunplay. Now that's usually what happened in cities all around the United States or whatever. But this instance right here was different because of the complexion.
Because of race.
Yes, I will say that clearly, Kane.
Okay. All right. So when it's race related, we react. But when we see our own messing up or doing wrong, do we intervene?
We need to start doing that more often.
Is that a yes or a no?
No, we don't always do that. I told you the intervening part is putting it on video. People, you think about it. You might not like these answers, but you think about it. The intervention is usually they putting it on video. They have footage to go live, or for maybe the police to get it later or something like that, depending on what it is.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, so I'm trying to think. So that because at the beginning when I was suggesting about the TikToks and the memes and things of that nature, it seems like it's a celebration. How do you feel about a celebration of the black community coming together to fight and get these white guys off of this gentleman?
Let me answer that question right there.
The celebration of it.
That's okay. A good question. And I'm going to go and I'm going to take another route on that too, because you going into one of my points. Okay. To come together, to do what they did as far as assisting that man, defending that man, good thing. Whether you want to like it or don't, they did what needed to be done at that time. Okay. Now, I will say this about this. The only part I was not cool with, and I'll say this, and Mitch can take the flack on this, is when the gentleman hit the lady over the head that didn't seem to be doing nothing at the time or whatever.
You talking about
with the chair? With the
okay.
chair.
All right, explain that.
Yeah, I just had to put that out there. So y'all can get on me if y'all want to on that. Now, for them coming together to do what they did, okay, good to go. Now,
so you're applauding this. You applaud this
for the defense.
Just a question, nephew.
Yes,
just a
yes,
question.
and my YES is yes. But let me tie this. Let me go down this street right here. Okay. Now, with all of this acclaim for in the Black community, this was a great thing, all that. Okay, I got it. But now let's take this in a different route. Let's be happy about, hey, let's do something to help each other in the communities that we live in. Could we get some celebration on let's do something else? We will defend each other, and that was a beautiful thing, okay? Defense of the man, okay? But now let's defend ourselves against ourselves. Now that's something totally different. That's something hard to look at, hard to swallow.
But that's what we need to do. That's what we need to push. That's what we need to celebrate when that happens.
Yes.
Okay, so my opinion is no, don't celebrate the beating up somebody. That's a negative thing that we celebrated. Even though it was great that they came to separate would have been great. To get off and then keep on keep the energy, keep that energy up, because they had broken up. They had broken up already. It's kind of like a lot of times there are bar fights, right? And it's they break it up and everything, but you ain't still going at it. They separate everything.
And well, I see you, Wilborn. Remember, it was some white people also helping the
it was.
Guy.
I agree with that. I agree with
and
that.
Not taking anything away from that. That's a good point right there.
Yeah.
Good point. Appreciate that.
And it's all about helping a vulnerable person.
Yes.
The guy, he was vulnerable. Too many people going against him. I get it. Help breaking it up. But I'm just like, come on, man. You seen the memes and the chairs and
everything.
People practicing with chairs and making a spectacle of this, man.
Well, Kane and congregation family, you got to understand the age that we live in. Something happened. This digital age.
Okay.
After the whatever happened, it could be horrific. Somebody gonna make a meme, and it's gonna be, and we're gonna find some type of laughter out of pain, sometimes out of sorrow. So whatever happens out there, phones involved, it's gonna be a meme followed by shortly.
Yeah, I get that. So well, you know what? Let's play a little bit more. I know we play a little bit. Yeah, we got a little bit more of, I guess, either different angles and the process or whatever. What happened? All right.
Okay.
Got even worse. Let's do it. The police is there now. Look at that, just beating the lady down on them.
I saw that too.
Threw him in the water. You see that?
Yeah.
The lady threw her in the water.
Yes.
And then, oh man,
if you could have paused, because I saw
that's when it went back. It went back. Yeah, it went back. Or whatever to the beginning.
That's wild. Shout out to Wildcat, that guy right there. Yeah.
You know him?
I was just on that boat 2 weeks prior to this happening.
Oh yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. But yeah, man, this I don't like the whole fact that we're celebrating something negative. And you can turn it around and make it positive. You can say, well, they came to the rescue. Well, the threat was gone.
Right.
I mean, I don't know if you may agree or disagree, but the threat was gone.
Yeah.
The guy wasn't still getting beat down. If he was still getting beat down and then they jumped in there, yeah, I get it. Hands down.
Okay.
But they had some people to separate it and go on about it. You know what I mean?
But we done said it many times. You one of the primary persons, as I always say this, those feelings.
Yeah. That's what started this. So the first push, the first whatever, people got into their feelings about words. We've talked about this in some of our podcasts or whatever, how people will get all upset about words and they'll, blanket it with what? Disrespect, right?
Right.
But I don't think that somebody that I don't know, you don't know this person and you giving them all that You're making it seem like that they can get the best of you, a person that you don't know. They get you out of character. Why is that? Why is that? Why is it that
you don't have a strong sense of controlling your own emotions or whatever?
Yeah.
If somebody, I could say when I was younger, Kane, and we'll go back to when we was younger. Somebody's called you the N word. I'll be on fire. I'm ready. I'm ready to do some things. Now, okay, they call me. I can keep on walking, but personal space now. You can't get into my personal space. I'm just saying, you know, I know I just had to put that out there. Yes.
I get it.
But words, no. We can keep on moving. We can keep on moving.
Yeah.
Are you strong enough to keep on moving? And then,
most people are not.
And I have to say this, and I get your opinion on this. And congregation, family, that's there. With all these memes and everything, and all these videos that's going around, some of them are funny. I will say that, but watching these videos and everything on the job, letting it play, is that professional? You at your business now, wherever you work. Many different people are there. Racist. Somebody could be offended by it. Is it cool to be doing that on the job? I'm just asking you. What's your
you ask me?
on that? Yeah, I'm asking you.
Of course not. Of course not. It's not appropriate, and you know that. Yeah. Professionalism. Yeah. I mean, if they're watching video, even if you watch, it doesn't even have to be the brawl. It doesn't even have to be
about the brawl right now, but that's the.
I'm just saying it could be anything. Yeah. It could be anything. Anything could be offensive. So I mean, if you want to go that route, but yeah, anything. So yeah, I wouldn't. No way. There's no way. No way. But like I say, man, I think we're putting so much emphasis on this and bring it to the light. I want us to come together, especially as a Black community. I want us to come together and be able to come together on something positive. If there are a group of Black people, you know, fighting or whatever, to break that up. I understand that sometimes those can get a little violent. Yeah. A lot of times, you know, gunshots will be, you know, heard or whatever. That can happen. That can happen. So maybe that's the reservation that people have. Like, I'm not gonna jump in. I'm not gonna do anything because it may be shots fired.
Kane, what I said earlier. Okay, we will see Black people usually when it's a brawl with Black people fighting and everything. You know, the phones will go out, and then I stated a little bit after that you're gonna run. Why? Because what usually transpires after that? Shots will come out. So with that, what you just said, that could be a thought in a person's mind. When this brawl happened and I saw it, I prayed and I just thank you, God, that it was no gunplay involved or whatever. How fights usually go, we kind of know how fights usually go. That we done seen in the communities, okay? That the guns are usually quick to follow.
Yeah, definitely. Fortina says words matter, but we shouldn't let them dictate our character. Okay.
Well, go ahead and go on that because
so if words only matter if you you give them the authority over you. That's how I look at it. You know what I mean? Like, anybody can say anything to me, but do I have to entertain foolishness? I don't have to. I don't have to do anything. Now, if they get in just like you say, if they get in your space, they get in your face, and then you got to, you know, kind of push away, you got to protect yourself, hands down. But if they just talking, I don't care. Yeah. I don't care because I don't know them, for one. And if I did know them, you still can push that to the side too. But people let that, just like in the second half of that it dictates their character. I mean, they will jump at it, especially if it's a disrespect, something that's disrespectful, something that maybe the N word or whatever, that makes them jump.
Yes.
And a lot of people do that because they know what makes you jump. So you're going to let them dictate your character? You're going to let people do all and say all just to get a rise out of you, gaslight you. Yeah, is
Gas.
that what
Thank
you?
you. That's
Is that what
gaslighting.
is that what you're doing?
Yeah.
We have to be strong enough to let that stuff just slide, man. I don't care nothing about that.
And we're gonna end because we got another comment. But when you said strong enough, that comes with some maturity
Yeah,
in yourself.
yeah.
Maturity. But let's go to another comment. I believe we have
Oh, you got another one?
Charles. Okay, that's just a situation that you just can't calm down from quickly. Hey, that's still almost going back to what you just said and stated or whatever. But if you're talking about the situation with the boat, they had enough time. If I'm gonna go from when the boat docked, they came down and then
that was a little wild, man.
yeah,
We're
it was
seeing
a minute.
clips of it. Yeah, because they had to get the boat out of the way, and then they had to, dock it, and then let people off, and that's when everybody went crazy.
To go down.
So I mean, you had time. Like I said, it wasn't like they were in the midst of jumping them and they was docking at the same time. That wasn't the case. Even when the guy swam over there, when he got out, he was like,
I think he paced for a second, and then then they started back getting in. I think he pushed somebody off or whatever. But yeah, he didn't immediately go and just start swinging, going crazy.
Yeah,
going crazy. But it still goes to the individual. Are you going to allow yourself to grow in the aspect of words, getting past them?
Yeah,
that's tough.
Yeah,
for anybody.
It's definitely tough, man. It's definitely tough.
Yeah,
and definitely, it starts with the upbringing. But I mean, you're like I said, like I always say, man. I always talk about family, and if you brought up in the right way, man, that outside noise won't do anything to you. It won't. You can't get a rise out of it.
And Kane, I go with just a different angle. And guys, if you have any more comments, questions, just send them our way. But let's just say this whole tables will turn, and it was just a white guy and another white guy. And then a bunch of white guys jumped in, started beating an older gentleman. Would that be the same?
Would the black people go and help? Is that what you're asking?
Will we have the same results of people going out to start helping and all of that stuff?
I think what happened because this happened, like I said, in bar fights and stuff like that. So I feel like that, if that was to happen, people would be trying to, especially if it was huge or whatever, they'll be trying to separate everybody, man. Yeah. That's what they would be trying to do. Well, but to be still fuel about somebody to do that, man, it's just kind of crazy. It's easier said than done when one is being attacked.
Well, look, disclaimer: we're not saying if you're being attacked, no, you got to get everybody off of you. If somebody enters your personal space and all of that, you have the right to defend yourself. We're not going against any of that. If somebody's kicking me, beating me, no, I'm not trying to stand back and then analyze and walk away. I'm trying to defend myself. I'm trying to get licks in, trying to get away from the threat, basically.
Yeah.
That's the biggest thing right there.
Yeah, definitely. So yeah, man, it's just man. I just don't like the whole fact that we celebrating. I mean, you may think it's a great thing that we came together. Came together for this purpose.
Well, Kane, look, let me tell you something. I'll say it again. Yeah, they came together for the help of another black man. Okay, of an older black man that was just doing his job. That's it.
Yeah. Doesn't matter the age. Doesn't matter the age. He was getting beat. He was getting beat. Oh, whatever. I had to put his older. I love my older people. Or whatever. I know, but
I don't care if
anybody's vulnerable if they're getting jumped. Anybody's vulnerable if they're getting jumped. So
100%.
Teenagers
100%
been on there.
But the angle and family congregation that I want y'all to think about is this same type of jubilation, all of that. Can we take it in a different aspect of actually trying to get together to clean up our communities, to do better by ourselves, to do better in the black communities, to help the youth more? Okay, we would jump for things like this, but let's jump when it's not a threat. When it's us doing the beatings to us, that's a whole different outlook.
Yep.
Can we do that?
Do we have any more comments? Because if we don't, I'm about to
okay.
Switch it up just a little bit. Switch it up
Okay.
just a little bit. So, hey man, how one is raised, man. Oh yeah, definitely,
Oh
definitely,
man, you
yeah,
know where
yeah.
we're
Oh
going
yeah,
at.
oh
Hey,
yeah. I
hey,
like that. I like
Barnes
that,
is hitting it.
Fortina. I like it. I
Hey,
like it.
hey,
Yeah,
hey.
yeah, yeah. I
That's
like
a
that.
whole nother. That's a topic right there.
So towards the end, there were police there, right?
Yes.
And the police, tried to situate because you got so many things going on. You do what you can, right? So
Right.
if you only can do what you can, and you're trying to sift through who's the culprit or whatever, and then it became arrest, right? And I know that a lot of people get kind of upset and kind of skeptical of police when they're involved, right?
Yes.
Especially in the Black community, because we hear different instances of police brutality. We
Right.
hear that or whatever. I wouldn't say it is every day, all day, but we hear it.
Right.
They put a microscope on that and focus that. So if that's the case, do you know like, could you be able to determine if there is a reason for Black people? Now, I'm just saying the Black community. Well, yeah, I guess we'll just say for the Black community. Do you
Mm-hmm.
think there's a reason or words that should be discussed in families to prepare a Black person to intervene with a police officer? Do you
Okay.
feel like
Just
there's a need for that?
okay. The interaction. I'll go on personal. We'll get a little personal, and y'all need to smash the likes, smash the likes, smash the likes. Get them up.
Yep.
But as far as when my sons was starting to get to the age where they could drive,
Mm-hmm.
I gave them the talk. Hey, son, if you get stopped by the police, keep your hands on the steering wheel. Whatever they say to you, okay, they come up, registration license, all of that they say, okay? And shout out to our law enforcement. We need them regardless of how you feel, people. We need them regardless. We needed them down there in that brawl. So I just had to say that too, also. But it's yes, sir. You can say yes, sir, no, sir. Okay. Officer, my registration is in my glove box. I'm going to reach over and get the registration out of my glove box. Is that okay? Words to that effect. Boom.
Is this what you
Yes.
do?
I would tell.
No, is this what you do?
I don't do that anymore. I've
Why
had
not?
good relationships when I have been pulled over, and I have been pulled over numerous times, especially back in the day.
Mm-hmm.
Especially back in the day, I did it before, but what I tell you, this personal, but I still say that, hey, my insurance is over in the glove box, repeating it like a robot. He say, hey, you ain't gotta do that. Everything good.
Yeah.
You good. All right, I'm going to get it. Okay, here go my driver's license. And that's how that went. But did I have the talk? Slowly. My driver's license, you listen for a man's in his back pocket. I have to reach and get it. Yes, I told him all those things. Okay.
But you don't do that now. Are you telling
No, I
people to
don't.
do that now because you used to do it when you were younger? Is that why you're promoting this?
Well, I still will say it. Yes, I still will say it
Oh, you would do.
to
Okay.
my nephews. Yes, I will still.
No, I'm talking
say
about
it.
you.
Okay.
Is this something that you practice?
No. I don't do it. I don't do it usually. No, I haven't done it in years, Kane. And that's just the truth. But what I tell my nephews, my young nephews and things, and nieces to do that. Yes, it should have been two. Shouldn't have to be like that. You're right, Realborn. But have you, Wilborn? I ask you this: have you heard the talk? Have you heard the talk? And people in the chats, can you put in there? Have you heard the talk? I don't think the talk, even though I'm pro. Kane and I are pro law enforcement, but I still believe in giving the talk. I still believe just to be safe, because you see so many in the YouTube streets, these videos, people stop, and then what are you stopping me for? All of this stuff, being belligerent with the cops. The cops could have been stopping you. Law enforcement could have stopped you. Hey, do you know your tail light is out? Okay, go ahead and get that fixed. I'm not writing you a ticket, but I'm letting you know. Go ahead and get that fixed.
Well, this is what I want to do, man. Because think about this. Think about this.
Appreciate it. Yeah,
it's one here. Okay. Think about this, man.
Go ahead.
If you're doing all this extra stuff, for stop to be stopped or whatever. But I'm gonna tell you this: there are videos out there that that are circulating as far as in what to say to the youth and how to be stopped. Yeah.
Okay.
When we actually have a video, we'll play a little bit just so you guys can kind of see. And I'm curious in what our viewers, what they got to say about it, and I want to see what you got to say about it, because you said this is a talk. So this is a talk that they're about to have with their kids.
Let's check it out.
Let's
check it out. Let's see.
Let's play it, nephew, and I want you to see how you feel.
Oh, but I wonder if they can hear it.
No, I can't even hear it. It just looks like it has subtitles. Man, so it ain't playing. Yeah, it ain't playing, man. So no.
Okay, they can hear it.
Oh, they can hear it?
Yeah.
Oh, I guess we just can't hear it.
Yeah. So we have to look at some of those subtitles, because some of it I would agree with, Kane. Some of it I will agree with. They will have to watch more of the video.
And we may put a link to this.
Yes,
I thought we had some volume so we can kind of know where it stops or whatever. So it kind of keeps stopping. But so you know what? This is the thing that I feel like, right? So I feel like that we need to teach people in general.
Have a line that we do.
There we go.
There it is. Thank you. Shout out, Eddie.
Guy Williams. I'm 8 years old. I'm unarmed and I have nothing that will hurt you.
It's just kind of a thing we practice at our house. There are great police officers out there. There's also some police officers who are not so good.
And my fear is that you run across one of those bad ones.
For some reason, people of color have always been a target by the police.
Before they became a policeman, they were a person. And that person took all their ideas and all their thoughts and all their prejudice into their job.
Why would a police officer assume that you did something bad?
Okay, we fixed it. All right.
Maybe because of my skin color.
I remember being put in handcuffs for something that had nothing to do with me. I was literally walking in the mall. Cops slammed me on the ground, busted my lip, chipped my tooth. That actually made me really mad.
How about the time they pulled us over with me in the car and arrested me and left all of you guys sitting in the car? Nobody knew how to drive on the side of the road because the bumper on the car was kind of hanging off.
No.
You know, we live in Puyallup. There's people that don't even have a bumper on their car.
My rear brake light wasn't working, and I got to my destination and they were working.
I was about your age. Actually, they grabbed me.
Why?
I didn't know at the time. They just grabbed me. They threw me onto the police car.
I got tased that time. That time they tased me because they said I wasn't complying.
Ariel, are you okay?
What's wrong, baby?
Can we pause it for a second?
Yeah.
And
yeah.
God bless little baby. Look, okay, I agree with the talk, obviously. And Ms. Goins right, and I think I said it's not for just males, it's for females also. So people, you do it for everybody, okay? But
is it just for black people though?
No. Well, I'm not concerned. I'm not concerned with who else. I would say all people should
Have
do
a talk.
that. Maybe all people should have a talk, but I'm just saying what I did, okay, in the Black community. I agree with some of this.
Now. I'm talking
Yes,
about now.
look, Kane, 100%. I say I
Okay,
agree
okay,
with
okay,
this,
okay.
with some aspects of the video. Not enough to traumatize the little kids to say all of that.
Mm-hmm.
That he was
that's
tased,
way too much.
they was beat up under the vehicle and all of that. No, you telling us the simple things. Now, this has happened before. I wouldn't have my kids to be so fearful of law enforcement, because what could that then breed in them? They see something that's going on bad, they'll be afraid. Something could happen bad to them. They have school resource officers, but they're afraid to say something because of what you done said to them about the cops.
So this would be an exception or a rule? The way cops act and react.
Exception or a rule?
Yeah, which one would it be? Because the way that they're talking to them, it's the rule. This is what's happening. This is what's happening, and it happens so often. I need to sit down and talk to you.
Well, Kane, I would say this.
This is an exception. Ladies, all these different things.
It is exceptions.
It's an exception.
But look, Kane, one of the lady, she did say this. It's not all. All cops are not bad. All cops. And I believe we talking honest, because it's the uncomfortable truth on what we have experienced and what we see. Yeah. But family members in the comments, do you think all law enforcement are bad people?
And if you do, how do you decide? If I know, it's like I say, if you don't agree with that, if you feel like not all of them are bad, then how you decipher?
Right.
How you decipher what's good and bad?
Well, I will say this. I mean, it'll be up to the person. Okay, we'll go how we're raised and all that stuff. But if you're getting stopped and being harassed time you get stopped, or being yanked out the vehicle, if you're being stopped even while walking, and we'll say this, and law enforcement wants to question you about something, they can detain you for a second. That's just the freedom of your movement, and ask you questions. They should say you're free to leave anytime you want to. Yes or no. You can answer these questions if you would like to. But they can detain you. But as far as an arrest,
you got to explain that to the congregation, because a lot of people don't know the difference between detain and arrest. Because when they see cuffs, when they say put your hands behind your back, it goes.
Okay, well then you're being arrested then. Yeah, that's when you're being arrested. Okay, but detain, that's just the freedom of movement. It's the absence of freedom of movement. Okay, I can detain you, Kane, if I was law enforcement, and ask you some questions. Okay, but Kane, you're free to leave. You don't have to answer these questions. Okay, do you understand? Yes or no? So I can proceed. Now, if you did something to break the law as far as with law enforcement, now legally, now they have the power to arrest you. Okay, so detain and arrest is two different things. Detainment, when you detain someone, that could lead to an arrest. Okay,
but well, pause right there. So if the police put you in handcuffs, does that necessarily mean that you're arrested, or you
that's a great question. That's a great question. Okay, because you've seen, and we've seen on videos and everything, they can put handcuffs on you as they ask you questions for your safety and their safety. If the person is fidgety and all of that stuff, you done seen people on the side of the road, they might be handcuffed after they do whatever, if they're searching the car or something like that. After they finish with whatever they're doing, they take those cuffs off. You're free to go. They're not arrested at that point. Okay. They're just detained. A lot of people need to know that. They just detained with the handcuffs.
Yeah.
Okay. And I will say this. Ms. Goins has said, does anyone here know of any white person that's been given the children that has given their children to talk? No, No, don't know any other race that has done that. Okay. And I will say this, and we can look more at the videos too, but we've heard many different things. Kane, I know you don't like it. Driving while black, being stopped. Have you had your own personal experience?
Yeah.
You knock it
Yeah,
off.
I've been stopped. I've been stopped. I've been
Yes.
pulled over
For no reason.
but
Okay.
I've never once
For no
acted
reason.
crazy once
I
it
know.
happened. You know what I mean? Like
Right,
I'm
right.
not what you pulled me over for. I'm not doing that. For what?
Yeah.
Even if it was a busted tail light or missing bumper, even if that was because that was in the video, even if that was the case, get your ticket, you move on.
And then
right?
I will say
Get your
this.
ticket and then fight it later. Come
Yes,
on, man.
and we can all speculate, but they not just arresting you for a bumper that's busted.
No, it's more to it.
Come
Yes,
on, let's be.
that-
We
it's
have
more
to
to
be truthful too.
Yeah. It was probably either a warrant or something else that was out there.
I like what the editor did with that.
What not to do when getting pulled over. We can't hear it, but
Yes,
the people can hear it. So
yeah. But we want to prevent all of those things. So let me ask you this. Would you do the talk? Would you give your kid the talk?
Just not in the way that they did it. The way that they did it was making them afraid of police.
Yes.
Or authority. Like I wouldn't do anything like that. I would say nothing more than, just be polite, do, what they ask of you. And if they did something wrong, we can fight it later. Fight it later. That's how it goes. But if you want to entertain and go all this is my rights. And then you already, because that the police, when they start to hear those type things, they already on edge anyway, because they don't know what they're up against. And it's not even, they just pulling the car off for whatever reason is. Are they looking inside of the car, or do they even know who's in there? Especially if you're speeding. Especially if you're speeding. How do they know who's in there as fast as you going or whatever? So just take the ticket, fight it later, especially if you didn't do anything.
Yes.
And we move on, man.
Yes, I agree with that right there. Take the ticket, and then you can challenge it in court. But people in the comment section, family members, congregation, have you had a bad experience, or have you just had an experience with law enforcement, and how was it?
Yeah. If anybody wants to join us and tell us about their experience, just send a email, and we'll send you the link, and then you can come join us. And we can hear about your experience and how that went, especially if it was in a negative light. Because, like I say, it happens, but does it happen all the time that you have to scare your kids?
And I want to take it a step further. I would like to know if anybody bold enough to say, what is your view on law enforcement? Because I talk to people, and it's so many. Now, this goes beyond any race. So many people that absolutely say they detest law enforcement, but when emergency happens, who are you going to call? But they say they hate the police.
Yeah. Who are you going to call? You going to call what? A family member? One of your friends? Well, who you going to call? You're going to call the police. Somebody breaking in your house, who you going to call?
What is your view on law enforcement?
Yeah, that's how we see. If anybody can put anything in the chat, or if you want to join us and kind of discuss this thing, because I know it happens, and a lot of times, these topics that we come up with and we talk about is mainly for the community.
Yes.
I want to make sure that we are telling the truth about a lot of different situations, because they will blow up things. And if you want to come with the
who will blow up? Who are you talking about will blow up things?
Media, social media and regular media. They will blow it up. They will make this a spectacle. They will do it. And then you'll be like, man, oh my God. And then you're thinking like, man, these police, they can't be trusted. So what would you say, Mitch, man? What would you say for I guess any police force that's in any community? How can they get that rapport back? How can they fix that in the community?
That's a big easy question, but easy question right there.
Oh, really?
But so many different aspects to it. My first thing is, they say it, I done seen it before, the community policing. And that's when you have those certain officers. I'm just saying it doesn't, when I say certain officers, just officers that's assigned to whatever sector, I believe that's what they call it, whatever sector.
Is it just
they
the black
patrol.
neighborhoods? Is that the black
No,
neighborhoods?
no,
Just
no,
be
no,
real
no,
with
no,
what we
no,
saying.
no, no. Whatever sector.
Low income areas.
Wait. Stop. I'm not even talking about it have to be race, because every police precinct, they have different sectors that they have to
I know.
patrol. So
I
if
know.
you happen to be in the black community in that sector where it's bad at, okay, we're gonna do some community policing. And that don't mean we're gonna try to get to know the community. That means we're gonna have to step out of the police unit. We have to step out. We're gonna walk. And
So
we're gonna walk and we're gonna talk to individuals. They're not just gonna see,
there you go.
they're not gonna just see us rolling down the road with the windows up, basking in the AC. Not saying that happens all the time, but we're just gonna try to talk to the youth. Want to know that's Mr. Brown house on the corner. Mr. Brown let us know everything that's going on. Mr. Brown knows Sheila or whoever that stays right down the street that has 5 kids that needs help. They're gonna know about the community. Once you see that the police, they looking like they're taking a stand, that wanting to know about the community, it can kind of bend the relationship. Okay, there are more good law enforcement agents than there are bad. Unfortunately, the bad ones are given the publicity. One thing, that's a good saying, but that goes with what Kane said with the media.
Yeah,
with the media,
yeah.
Right there. But the community policing is the biggest thing. And right now, if you look at, I don't have the statistics for everybody that's into the numbers, but the law enforcement, we need more law enforcement. People talking about defunding and all of that stuff, but who wants to be law enforcement right now? They find it hard to get more people in because people seem to hate them. The pay, they talk about the pay, and then it seems like everybody's trying to sue them for everything and anything that they can. And then how the media portrays law enforcement. Those are all big things. But as far as how do you feel about policing now and trying to get them to overturn the judgment that people have against them right now, Kane?
I think that, you know, your idea of policing, definitely walking the streets, getting to know the people, getting to know, let them get to know you, and that will definitely help. You know, everybody kind of come together to sit and, you know, teach our kids about a talk about, you know, that it, to me, that brings negative light to police. Yes, we have, you know, bad police that's out there. Of course, it happens all the time. In any profession, you got the people that ain't doing right. Even a doctor, you know what I mean? Like, you have people that's not doing the right way or whatever, right? So since you have that, you got to be able to tell them what's right, and they'll know how to maneuver in life. That's for the kids, right? But don't scare them. Little girl crying, and don't do all that.
Yes, I thought.
But I agree. I really agree with you on, you know, being in a community. Now, mind you, people are not, just like you said, people are not wanting to be the police officer because they get a bad rep. So how do you have enough people to do this task that you're asking them to do? See,
now that's the catch-22 right there.
Yes. Yeah.
I mean, how are we going to get them to come in? Because we see it day in and day out, and they don't run enough stories of, and we don't, congregation, family members. You saw us run videos of of law enforcement doing some things in the community.
Yeah.
It
Yeah,
don't
we
get
did that.
much, it doesn't get much airplay or whatever. You have men and women that care about where they're patrolling, that just care about helping others and being of service to others.
Mhm.
But they do get, it gets pushed away by things that's done by individuals.
Well, what
That's
if they don't
fraud.
have enough? What if they just don't have enough staff to sit down and have these conversations because they always call after call after call? You know what I mean? They don't even
Yeah.
have enough people to actually do that community policing. You know what I mean? So what do you do about that?
Oh, I was thinking about this too. Okay, usually in different cities, they'll have where people can volunteer. You can do ride-alongs. They will do like a little, I think, small little background check or whatever to see how these officers, what they go through. Just riding their sector. You'll ride the sector. You can go and okay, I would like to do a ride-along. Citizens, okay, and they should honor that, filling out the paperwork and all of that. Now they do have programs also where the community can go, and I think it's like usually night courses where you would just do a couple of things that let you see the dispatch center and different aspects of the police force. Not saying you're going to have to run and all of those things. And then you get a certificate upon graduation. I don't know if I think that might be 2 weeks or could be possibly longer than that, but you just get an understanding. You can do that also just to know what they face and what they go through. We know what we go through in the communities that we're in. Are we going to try to better ourselves?
Yeah.
With the assistance of law enforcement when it's needed. But we can start, right? We can start ourselves. We can.
Okay. Well, I mean, a lot of people are not going to have that time or that, to do a ride along or go to these little classes or anything like that. So we gotta, we gotta support our police.
Yeah,
we gotta support our
I
police
believe in it.
and being able. Would you say defunding? You see what you get. It may be a while before they can get to you. You want to shift the services somewhere else, and they say call a social worker. Is that that's the thing?
Yeah, call a social worker, and then Kane, we
come to a
see
domestic dispute. That's the worst.
that's one of the most
That's the
dangerous
worst.
calls that law enforcement faces.
Yes,
is a
yes,
domestic.
and you're gonna send a social worker to calm that down when alcohol and everything else is involved, or maybe drugs or whatever. So
Yeah,
it's one of those things, man. So, but I guess what does anybody have any questions? Anybody want to join us and talk about something else? We can wrap this up.
We can wrap it up. Do we have a salacious topic? Do we have a salacious topic?
Hey, what do you want to see? We got some stuff that's already recorded that's coming out every other day or something like that. So you can continue to check us out, and we're on all the platforms. We're on we're on TikTok and TikTok and Facebook and Instagram. All those have our shorts, so you can kind of follow us on there. But then our actual content is on YouTube, and we have it on podcasts, which is like Spotify and Apple Podcasts and iHeartRadio, things in that Pandora, things of that nature. So you can follow us on those. We appreciate you coming through. You could have been anywhere. You could have been anywhere, but you're with us, and I really appreciate that. I really do. I really do.
Church.
Guarantee.
Yes, that's what I'm talking about. Everybody be blessed.
Hey, definitely. All right, y'all take it easy, and we'll see you next time. It's Kane and Mitch and Crimson Brothers, the uncomfortable truth.
Roger that.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah.